Yo guys, welcome back to another trade recap. In this video, um, I'll be going over the trade I took during Asia today. Very similar to yesterday's trade actually. Let me show y'all. Uh, Boom, I took a short here. Basically bottom tick exit. Boom, and looks like the exact same trade too. I'll show y'all. Just it took way longer. This was I entered at 7:12, 7:13, and then my full TP hit 9:18. So a little bit over 2 hours. No, I wasn't sitting throughout these 2 hours just watching the market. Actually, on my Instagram story, I posted that I had fell asleep, like I took a nap. Well, obviously, I waited until my break even hit. I set my stops at break even, and then full TP hit. I woke up around like 10, so about an hour after, and I noticed. But yeah, same thing. I almost, not almost. I did um bottom tick exit this trade, as you can see. If I would have held this all the way through, would have came back to break even or even stop me out. Now, the thing with this trade, it was like like 1 point away from stopping me out. So I had to set my stop right at this. It was a 1 minute candle, I believe. Yeah, so I had to set my stop right above this wick of this candle, and it nearly touched it. I had already accepted a loss like right around here. I was like, okay, this is this is an L, but I wasn't gonna close early. I was gonna let it hit my stop loss, but it didn't. It literally wicked it, and I was so surprised whenever market started dumping right after. But I held the trade. I stuck to my system. Uh, went one to went break even at a 1-1. And a 1-2 trade. But yeah, let me go over my confluences and everything on this trade real quick. So coming in at the 1 hour. Okay, what do we see in the 1 hour? Nothing. So I went to the 30 minute. What do I see in the 30 minute? Still nothing. Nothing on the 30 minute. Oh, okay. Then I go on to the 15 minute. Still nothing. And then I go 5 minute. Alright, let me make this quick. Alright, so I did notice a gap here in the 5 minute, which is right here, which was respected really nicely. And looks like NQ, a lot of people thought it was trying to go for all-time highs, right? But I knew that that wasn't gonna happen during Asia. I knew that was probably gonna happen either tomorrow or next week, or even during London. But Asia doesn't move like that. So I went to this 5 minute. I was like, okay, I'm pretty bearish. The reason why is because there was no other gaps above, like right here. Or what I'm trying to say is usually before market goes up, it has to come back to a certain gap. So, um, that was my target area. Now let me go over my entries. So on this 5 minute above here, this was around market close, New York market close, 3 p.m. As you can see, this 5 minute was being respected really nicely, except for this open. This open, um, I was still bearish even though it technically inversed it. I knew that it was just simply because it opened onto a new gap. And but yeah, on the 5 minute, this was getting respected really nicely. So I was bearish after that. And then after that, what was it? 5 p.m. Asia open. There was this little gap. Instantly filled it. Then we created around 6 p.m. this big move up, which created a 5 minute. This 5 minute fair value gap got inversed. On the inverse, it created another fair value gap, as you can see right here. And I waited for price to tap back into it. This is also paired up with a 3 minute. I was mostly looking at the 3 minute. You see there was this 3 minute here. It inversed it, created a gap on the way down. I waited for price to pull back into that gap that it created, and I tapped in right there, set my stop. Um, this was also paired up in the 1 minute. I set my stop at this top wick. Honestly, I'll be honest. I would have set my stop here, but that was above my above my max loss limit. It was around like 500, I think, and I'm only risking 400 a day, which is set on my rules here on Top Step. So if it would have gone above that, it would have just instantly locked me on my account. But yeah, I tapped into it here. Uh, I was on drawdown for like the first part. At this point, I had already given up. I was like, okay, this is probably just I don't know what it's trying to do. Probably just sweep one of these highs or tap back into this and dump. But I held this trade. I wasn't scared of nothing. I was like, okay, I'll accept my loss, right? And even after it came back down to break even, some people might have gotten out and been like, "Whew, like that was a close one." Nah, like I'm letting this trade play out. And oh, shit. And the reason why I didn't target this 50% area on the gap was simply because I wanted to target this previous low. Um, this previous low, there this what is this? It's around 12 p.m. This one right here, it had tapped into the 5 minute, right, and rejected nicely off of it. So I wanted to see the same thing. I didn't want to fully catch. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea, but I wanted to be sure and set my TP a little bit below that because I knew it was gonna sweep this. So that is what I did. I also was going for 1 to 2 on this trade, so um I set my stops break even after a 1 to 1, and it was mostly because of these lows too. Swept these, and it was super choppy around this area. So this is about the time where I took a nap. I was so tired after work. After work, my tire was like flat. Was like flat. My tire was flat. Like I got to the parking garage and I seen my tire was flat. I was like, dang. Luckily, I have one of these little portable air compressors, and I just hooked it like right up, and was able to make it to the nearest gas station. But that whole process like took me about an hour simply because um I had the air compressor in the box still, so I had to unbox it. I had to like basically set the whole thing up, and that took a while. I entered this trade while I was at the gas station, like what's it called? Putting air in my truck, on my tire. I mean, I went to QT. They have like these little free air compressors, tire, whatever you want to call them. So I entered while I was at the gas station, like on my way home. I was just kind of looking at this, and I turned my phone off right whenever like this happened. I tend to do that a lot. Anytime it's about to hit my stop loss, I just turn my phone off. I'm like, okay, bro, like, fuck that. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up. I don't want it to be that long. But if you guys have any questions on simply on this recap, just let me know. Again, I'll continue making these every single day, and uh, I won't be able to do a back testing session today simply because it is 11:30 and I have to wake up at 4 tomorrow to go to work. And I just physically can't do that. Like I've been sleeping like 4 to 3 hours every day. So I don't want to be back testing like while I'm like half half awake. So I'll wait tomorrow, but the grind is not over. I'll continue to make these daily recaps and I'll keep myself accountable and also let everybody know the trades I take. I'm not trying to hide anything. So here is my P&L so far for the week. I'm up 1700 with a 100% win rate so far. But yeah, guys, see you on the next trade recap, which will be next week. So enjoy the backtesting sessions over the weekend. Peace.